This area.
Oh, I thought you were going to tell me. Lee, I think I'm in the right place, and I don't want to say I'm getting better. Every time I say I'm getting better, I go 5 steps backwards.
Something upstairs.
You exercise?
I do my PT that they tell me to do, yeah. I love walking if I could walk.
I saw you walking today. You get around very far?
We're trying to get like a mile in or something.
Every day?
When I wasn't hurting before my knee replacement, I was walking. And that's the reason I walk, because of my RA.
Habit.
If you didn't have a stiff day, you better get out and move. And that's a totally different animal, my rheumatoid arthritis.
At the pool? Pool filters? All right.
Got a big crowd.
I got a meeting. Always. Yeah.
Sometimes I want to look on there and see if they're watching it while we're in here.
There usually are a few. I know that.
I usually try to watch it.
Yeah.
How's Hannah?
Good. She's doing good, staying busy.
Well, I was talking to Doc the other night. Got something. I didn't realize he was down and out.
Yeah, he just had a bunch of medical things
Jeez.
pop up.
I said, boy, you need to take it easy.
Guess what?
What?
They played golf.
And Larry beat him.
Every time it's on,
Man,
after they
him
play
being,
golf.
I'm just surprised at me and get these guys.
Well, almost. She
It's
beat
like 2
Larry.
hours.
You and Doc?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Didn't play my driveway, I would never win.
Were you on council when you were working, or were you already retired?
No, my first 2 terms,
I remember that.
yeah, but no, that's why I threw my hat in the ring sometimes.
They take a
I
little.
thought, man, I'm not gonna get back in the government.
That's fun.
What go power?
How much do they play as total?
We're gonna be here about 15 minutes.
I think they said 19.
That's.
So you think part of this might be the filters as well?
I should play golf.
Why is it,
Beat 'em up.
like the earlier day when I come in, it seemed like it was, of course, the sun wasn't around here yet either. That's probably exactly what it was.
Everything different.
He just
Yep, I got you, I know what you're saying.
Well, go up there and check and see if it's frozen.
I was about to say, can't you check that for us?
All you gotta do is go in Jenny's office, and go up there,
That's us.
where the hatch is at.
We had a boatman.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Wait a minute, you got,
3 big rooms. In 2 seconds, you can spray the whole thing. You can spray that close.
Good. Okay, welcome everyone. First meeting I'd like to call to order tonight is City of Lawrenceburg Board of Work for April the 15th, tax day, Jim, tax day. 2024, paid mine yesterday. All right, can I get a roll call, Mr. Petty?
Yes, we got board member Tommy Roulette,
present,
board member Brett Mondurant. He's here somewhere. City Attorney Dale Weldon, President Kelly Milan.
Here.
And myself.
Okay, announcements for this meeting. You got anything, Tom?
I have no announcements, Mayor.
Any announcements? Brett? If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the previous meeting. Second?
I'll second it, Mayor.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. New business for this meeting, I've got Mr. Fetty, you got the EMS lit tax contract?
Yes, Rick Clark came to me last week and basically with the county, they got the EMS lit. The number that we got was what, ours was $357,549. So there's a contract that we need to sign, and I told him, I said, well, let's just present it to the board on Monday, just to make sure everything's okay. This is all good, because this is money that we get from the state that gives the county. The county gets us, since they don't have an EMS service. And then probably the next meeting, I will have to have a fund to be able to put this money in, so we will have an ordinance the next meeting to create a fund for this money to go into.
Oh, okay.
Now, with said ordinance, will that tell us where we're allowed to spend
Yes.
the money?
It will spell all that stuff out.
Okay. The other question I would have is, will this change annually or not? Do you know?
Yes,
It will change annually.
yes.
So we may get more next year, we may get less.
Yes.
We don't really know until next year.
Yeah, so basically, it's a yearly thing, so, I was talking a little bit today with Brittany a little bit about it. It's one of those things where, we got it so late this year, so I would say we budget this money for next year's budget, and then
Okay.
whatever we get the following year, we budget, so just to kind of see how it plays out the first few years, what we're actually going to get.
I'm hearing that, I heard this at my mayor's meeting last week, that you can use this money for salaries and wages.
Yes.
So that'll that could free up a lot of money or more money.
In the general fund, yes. So,
Which is not a bad thing.
and we're getting ready to do budgets and we'll talk. But this is just to basically sign a contract, but Ricky, he didn't want to sign it without, letting the board know.
Mark, what factors into the changes, the money changes from year to year?
It's a state formula.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, I think the way the county did it, correct me if I'm wrong, Mark, but the county had a committee that then determined, they got X number of dollars for the county. And then they had a committee that determined how they were gonna disperse that money. My understanding is they dispersed it based on call volume. So we got quite a bit, but I think, I looked at others and it
Yeah.
didn't seem like it coincided with call volume.
No.
Yes.
I don't know what to think about it, but all I do know is that the state's money that is given to the county every year will fluctuate. So ours will in turn fluctuate, I'm sure. We had asked, Mark and I had asked this committee to come explain it to us before they announced how they were splitting it and all that, but we never did hear anything.
Yeah.
So it's based on state funding. I just was curious if we had.
Brand new
and
money.
If we had an idea on how much it would fluctuate, but we don't.
No,
Okay.
I don't, unless you've heard anything.
No, I would hope it'd be pretty consistent of what we get every year, because I would say the state will probably give that same amount of money. So hopefully, I know that they did jail tax, and I think that they started that the year before, and I think that money was the same for 2 years. So I would assume this money will probably stay the same each year, but it could go down, could go up. It's not guaranteed, so.
So the state is giving back the county the lit money, the tax?
Yep.
Local income tax?
Yes.
Okay. One other question. Have they started paying you yet, or will they, if not, will they go back and catch up whether or not?
The agreement wasn't
Okay.
signed, right?
Yeah, this contract's not signed, and basically, we have not received any money because we have not got a fund to receive that
So,
money.
once we do that, you may get multiple checks is what I'm
Yes.
trying to say, because
Yes.
it looks like they pay us monthly is what I'm trying to get at here.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. Makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know how the state pays them, so I don't know if it's one lump sum or monthly, I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, so you need anything for tonight?
It was more, it
Information.
was just more information that
All
basically
right.
this contract's gonna be signed, unless somebody's opposed to it.
No. No.
All right. Okay, we got a couple of things that were not on the agenda, they didn't get in because they were, actually happened today. One is, I think you did get the copy of the Riverwatch lease sent to you late this afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
Any questions regarding that? It's the same lease we've had with them. Am I correct in saying that, Dale?
Yep, the payments are the same, terms are the same. We clarified in the utility section just that he's responsible for the utility infrastructure on his property, so that all the infrastructure runs under the levee and then over the bridge. So we've gone back and forth with that, but it's the one paragraph I did have was language that just said, hey, city takes
Okay.
care of city utility, and Mike takes care of the stuff that's on the boat. And I'd imagine we'll do this 1 year deal and then maybe one more 1 year deal before we get done with the boardwalk. And
Yep.
then we'll do I think we consider a long-term deal. You guys will be able to consider a long-term deal once we open the new restaurant.
Okay.
So for clarification, under number 7, utilities, you added that second paragraph?
Yes, sir, Mr.
Got it.
Gillette.
Got it.
He asked me to, and
Got it.
it was appropriate.
Any other questions? If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve the River Watch lease.
So moved, Mayor.
Second.
Second, Mayor.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries, and then we,
Real quick, who's signing that? Is
Just the mayor.
just Merrick? Yeah, just make sure I haven't seen, just make sure we get a copy.
do we
Yeah.
have a paper copy yet?
We will get it done, but we'll always make sure Mark has the
Okay.
originals.
Good.
Yeah.
I'll sign it, I probably won't be signing it until tomorrow,
That's
I'll take care of it.
and then we'll get you the
That's
copy.
fine.
Yeah,
Perfect.
and I
Thanks.
appreciate you guys doing that. He is back in town. He wants to get open this week, so thanks for getting
Yeah.
that done.
Yep.
Yep.
Don't hold him up.
All right, Dell, I'll let you explain this one. This is a personnel issue.
Yes, sir, Your Honor. If it pleases the Board of Public Works and Safety, give me 1 second. I just want to pull this up. Of course.
Read mine.
No, I've got it, just
That's
went
right there.
sideways. So before the Board of Works tonight is a recommendation by the mayor to initiate a separation of employment with a certain employee. The employee is a contract employee, and pursuant to their contract of employment with the city of Lawrenceburg, it is permissible for the Board of Works to vote to separate with cause. The cause that would be shown in the proposed separation of employment, which is outlined in your letter, is that it was determined by the administration and management that the work performance of this employee was below the acceptable levels. A performance improvement plan was implemented on December 11, 2023, and that performance improvement plan was then extended on March 19, 2024. And despite those efforts undertaken in the performance improvement plan, it is still the opinion of administration and management, specifically the mayor and HR, that separation should occur. So they are recommending that with a vote, and it's the final decision of the Board of Works to separate. If separation occurs, it would occur effective immediately.
Questions, guys?
I have none, so pretty well spelled out. And speaking with HR, we're pretty well on the same page. So
Okay.
sounds like they tried to work with this individual and it just did not work,
Yeah,
if I may say.
numerous attempts.
Yes.
Okay, I entertain a motion to approve the recommendation for separation.
So moved.
Second,
I'll second that, Mayor.
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. I have no other new or old business for Board of Works. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn this meeting.
So moved, Mayor.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next meeting I'd like to call to order is Park and Recreations Committee meeting for April 15th, 2024. Another roll call, Mr. Petty.
Board Member Tony Abbott.
Here.
Board Member Dylan Little.
Present.
Board Member Tommy Roulette.
Present.
Board Member Lenny Fryman.
Here.
Board Member Brett Bondura.
Yes, sir.
We got City Attorney Del Weldon.
Here.
President Kelly Milan.
Here.
And myself.
Okay, no announcements for this particular meeting. I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the previous meeting.
So moved.
Lenny,
Lenny.
second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. The only new business I got tonight for Parks is we've got Little League Opening Day Parade. I apologize, I meant to put the date down. I don't know if it's the 20th or the 27th, but it's either this Saturday or next. I believe it's this Saturday, I'm sorry, because the following Saturday is the community picnic. But,
I think it is this Saturday.
This Saturday. I've talked with Jed, what's his last name?
Hadley?
Hadley.
Yeah.
And Need very cooperative guys to work with, but that will be happening this Saturday. They start at the Civic Park and they walk down Walnut Street down to the fields. So hopefully they have good weather, so.
Yes, Mayor, it's this Saturday at 9 a.m.
You're faster than I am.
Any questions regarding that? If you guys are okay with it, I'd entertain a motion to approve it.
I'll make that motion.
All right, second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. I don't have anything else for this particular meeting, Parks and Recreation. Anyone got anything to add? Yes?
Comments from the audience okay during this meeting?
No, it'll be next meeting.
Next meeting?
Yeah.
Even if it has to do with the park?
Yeah, you can wait till next meeting.
Tis the season. Everything looks great.
Huh?
Everything looks great. It's my favorite time of the year.
What's the latest on George Street Park? Doing anything down there? That one boy was in here, he was gonna do some things, and
He's working with Brad. Brad's on vacation this week.
are we gonna upgrade that any?
Well, yeah, I think there's some other kind of upgrades. I don't know if the playground equipment itself is getting upgraded. I think they're gonna add some things to it.
Okay. What about pickleball court?
Well, we're gonna put.
I'm having people ask me about pickleball court downtown.
Well, let's.
Great idea.
let's-
And there's room there.
It's an excellent idea. I think what I'd like to do, that we're doing the ones up on the hill this spring. I would like to find a place to put a couple of them downtown, but make that for next spring. And
Yeah.
the only reason I ask, I would like to, if we can find somewhere to do two outside pickleball courts.
Well, George
rather
Street-
than just one.
George Street has plenty of room, but the only problem is I'm not sure of is that's a ponding area,
Yeah.
and I don't know how much we can put in there.
Okay.
So we'll have to get with LCD on that, or Mario.
We'll take a look. You know, the other thing is, we own the parking lot next to Edinburgh.
Yeah.
That parking lot that never gets used.
Mm-hmm.
That wouldn't be a bad place to put some pickleball courts.
Nothing can be built on that parking lot. You know that?
No, why is that?
Indians are buried there. It's a burial ground.
Is that right?
They found it when they were doing Hollywood or Argosy.
How did they put a parking lot on it
You
then?
can put a parking lot there, but you can't dig no basement or anything.
Oh, well, maybe they'll let us put a pickleball court on
Yeah.
it. Asphalt.
Say that's all it's
Oh, I
good
didn't
for. Is
know
the
that,
park,
Tony.
that's all it's good
Didn't
for
know
is the
it.
parking lot.
But anyway, I just thought of that place, but there's probably other places too downtown that we could do that.
May I interject something?
Yeah.
What if we pursued Hollywood and taking the old Arch Street Park back?
They're using that.
Okay.
I can't say too much about what's going on there until it becomes public
Gotcha.
information. But that, I don't believe that land's available. So, but I think we got places downtown, we can find a place to put a couple pickleball courts.
Well, there seems to be a lot of interest in it.
Because you talk about up there in them bushes up there at 50 where there's a lot of people in there doing things. You put it down there and make a presence,
But it's a
wouldn't that be
ponding
more
area.
feasible?
It's
Well, maybe they can
really
use
wet.
it as a swimming pool.
He's always one step ahead of you.
Hey, I got a quick question. You said spring up on the hill? Like,
Well,
is anybody?
It's going out for bid.
Oh, okay.
right now.
So right now it
Yeah.
is.
It may be later summer, but, yeah. But
Hard
there,
to find a good court around.
well, the thing is about up there, that all has to be dug up back out. The tennis courts have needed resurfaced.
Right.
That's what I was gonna ask. So I had somebody ask me this weekend how long we expected that to last. I thought it was a bigger project than just resurfacing, right?
Oh, yeah, no, it's gonna be brand new. It has to be. We put brand new fence up there, I think it was 4 or 5 years ago. The fence is in really good shape. The tennis courts, not so much. And, we're gonna put one tennis court back in, but then have two pickleball courts.
That was brought up at our retreat, I remember that.
Yeah. But it's not in good shape.
You gonna make it concrete?
No, asphalt.
Isn't it cheaper to just take the top off of it grind the top off like they do on the interstates instead of cutting it all the way out and then resurface it?
It's not a street.
No, but it's, you're blacktop in the area.
I don't know. I'm not the engineer.
I'm just saying,
I
that's
didn't
just
know
a
you were an
question.
engineer.
Well, I'm pretty much jack of all trades, master of none.
Just like to remind.
I don't know. You might be right, Lenny.
I mean, I'm just thinking.
I don't know if that's the best way to do it or not, but I'll let them figure it out.
I'd like to remind everyone the air conditioning's broken while we're
Oh, yeah, let's go.
having
Let's keep
additional
going here.
discussion.
All right,
Yeah.
okay. Can I get a motion to adjourn this meeting?
So move, Mayor.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. I'd like to call to order a city council meeting for April 15th, 2024. Everybody stand for the pledge, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty. Roll call, Mr. Fetty.
All right, we got Councilperson Tony Abbott.
Here.
Councilperson Dylan Little.
Present.
Councilperson Tommy Roulette.
Present.
Councilperson Lenny Fryman.
Here.
Councilperson Brett Bondurant.
Yes, sir.
City Attorney Dale Weldon.
Here.
Mayor Kelly Malone.
Here.
And myself.
All right, announcements, board reports, streets, alleys, and curbs for the downtown area, Mr. Abbott.
We're good.
Streets, alleys, and curbs for the Ludlow Hill area, Mr. Fryman.
Real good, thank you.
Finance Department, Mr. Bondurant.
All set, Mayor.
Parks and Playgrounds, Mr. Little.
There was some vandalism up at the park this weekend, but I did see that the police are already on that, so
Which park?
I believe it was
Ludlow Hill.
Was
Yeah,
it?
we,
Yeah.
in fact, I just found out that I think we've caught one of them. And I think they're questioning that person tomorrow.
Good.
So, yeah.
Awesome. We
there
spent
was
a lot
quite
of money.
bit of damage.
Yeah, we spent a lot of money on those parks to keep them nice.
Quite a bit of damage, you're right. Thank you, that's what's going on with that. Fire Department, Mr. Rolette.
No report, Mayor.
All right, the only announcement I have is, don't forget it, April 27th at the Civic Park, starting at 11 o'clock, community picnic. Rides for the kids, activities for the kids. We got a band called My Brother's Keeper playing in the afternoon, giveaways, hamburgers, hot dogs. Pray for good weather. So, okay, any other announcements from anyone up here? If not, I entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the previous meeting.
So move.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. New business. Chief Tremaine, you got smoke detector blitz.
Yeah, this is just information, presentation, just to let you know what's going on. Back in the 90s, we partnered up with Red Cross and did a smoke detector blitz
Thank
through the city. Now they brought that back, but it's called Sound the Alarm.
Thank you.
And what they do is, they're going to come down 2 dates. One of them is April 24th, and what they do is pre-canvass the area and put out information that this is taking place, that they'll come, give you free smoke detectors and install them also. And the actual date that they plan on doing this is May 2nd. So I felt that I needed to put the word out to you all in case you start getting phone calls and why are, people beating on my door for this. So I just wanted to come in and give you a little information on it.
Thank you.
That's all I have.
Great.
Sounds great.
Thanks,
Yep.
Chief.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Next item, you all see the donation committee recommendation. Any questions regarding that? And if not, I'll entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Mr. Weldon, it's MS4 time.
Yes, sir, Your Honor. It is starting kind of in earnest. This is something that many years in the works, and this is just kind of a first very general 10,000-foot step. MS4 is Municipal Separate Storm Sewer Systems, so that's a mouthful, but what it essentially means is that the Indiana Department of Environmental Management has, through formal action, offset the duties of stormwater monitoring to the local units. And it happened in 2 phases. The first phase was many years ago, actually, but it was for the larger cities, and then we're included in the second phase. So what we did was Lawrenceburg partnered up with Aurora, Greendale, and the county to form a partnership called GLAD, Greendale, Lawrenceburg, Aurora, Dearborn. And we're sharing resources to kind of minimize the cost but maximize the benefit. We do have a consulting firm that we've all kind of hired equally to help coach us through this process, and they're a firm that did it before they did it when the larger cities did this in phase 1. So what we have before you is our official stormwater quality management plan, or the SWQMP. This is, as you can see by the attached cover letter, our first kind of formal responsibility in kicking off the MS4 process, which still has a couple years to go as far as the different benchmarks that will hit. This document delineates, and this is this basically the same document with minor tweaks, was passed by the county and Aurora and Greendale as well, but just establishes the minimum thresholds that are going to be required for the state for reporting, for public education outreach, participation, and then for the monitoring itself. One of the big benefits of partnering with the different cities in the county is that now that we've kind of got to be in charge of monitoring stormwater and soil erosion and making sure that people have plans, which we've always done that, is that the actual monitoring can be, some of it can be handled by just the county, and then because we're limited. When you see all these things that say MS4 coordinator, MS4 director, well, we know that's just John and and Ashley back there. So it is a chore to take this on, but it is doable, especially since we've got a partnership with the county and the other 2 cities. It will be a good thing, and we're just working through the different requirements. John and I are always available to answer any questions about kind of the specifics, and this is kind of one of the kickoff steps.
I'm going to add to that, John Johnson and Matt Marillion, who is the remedial foreman, have been going to all the trainings. They have trainings set up for the Greendale reps, the Lawrenceburg reps, Aurora reps, the Dearborn County reps. So they're getting the training as they go as well. So they're sort of, MS4 is, it's coming. We can't sidestep it. And it's required by IDEM.
So the way I'm understanding this in Mayor is John and Ashley will do this part of the legwork of this, keeping everything on file and filing.
They
And
will.
our guys will go out in the field and do the work that needs to be done.
Well, inspections, things like that.
Okay.
But we're sharing resources with Greendale.
Right, I remember that.
Dearborn
Yeah.
County, so it saves us a lot of money, actually. Yeah, we looked into having our own group do this for us at the beginning, and it was tens of thousands of dollars, I think, is what we were going to be charged. But I'm glad the county reached out and wanted to partner up, so it worked out.
I mean, here's 50-some pages here. Though.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, questions? If not, entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second,
I'll second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
I have no additional new business nor old business. Anyone have anything? If not, comments from the audience.
Stand up.
Miss Jean? The answer is
Jean Fouch,
no,
my name is.
No, ma'am.
Well, it probably is going to be no ma'am, but I'm going to ask anyway. So the weekend before last, I helped the St. John's Lutheran Church with their concession at Over the Moon Vintage Mart over at Egner Hall. I saw Dell there.
Yes, you did.
So it's come to my attention that that area where they serve food really needs some help. The bar is just sticky and nasty. There's not enough electric. the sink doesn't drain properly. Let me think what else they said. The back bar, I could see that some of the wood looked like it was about to fall apart, and they had a sign up high, and they were warning people, don't try to stand on there when you reach up. I mean, I think somebody could get hurt, because, you know, the only way to get up there really would be to step up on that first step, and it doesn't look like it would be safe. I think it would be best to remove that whole front counter thing that's there, that bar, and just build some kind of simple counter that would have electric outlets. I mean, they had probably dozens of crock pots plugged in, and they had them in, you know, extension cords running here and there, and, you know, it just didn't seem like it was safe, or, you know, and I think that we charge a pretty good amount to people like that to use that place. Someone told me like $3,000. No?
Maybe 300, maybe.
Really?
Maybe.
That bar, I
have it several
think,
days
is,
and there
that
is
bar is
some
originally from,
From the Naughty
Naughty
Pine.
Pine.
And it's nasty. I mean, it really is not sanitary.
This wasn't the meeting I was gonna bring this up, but we can talk about it. Quite honestly, Agner Hall's become an issue. When we rent it out and such, Mark and I and his office meet every year to talk about the rental fees for like Agner Hall. We don't even make enough to pay for our cleaners, okay? We just did a full outside renovation, new siding about 3 years ago, I guess. We agree. I mean, the inside needs some work.
Well, I mean, I think the walls and such like that are nice enough. You know, it's just the,
You may
like,
think so,
kitchen
but I've
area.
heard, what's nice to you and what's nice to me may not be nice to
Yeah.
them. I'm hearing it from 52 people, you know, not just Gene or not just Lenny, you know. What people gotta understand, having multiple crock pots in there, that's not an electric problem. That might be a operational problem. As far as I know, the place is up to code electrically. So if you're talking about there's not enough electric, then there might be they have an issue with the amount of crock pots.
Yeah, but you've got a whole slew of people. I mean, they were using all the food out of them. I mean, we were cleaning them up as quick as they brought out a new one.
now that was on the bar itself? Mm-hmm.
Well, it was in the,
bar?
it was on the counter, like, kind of, actually, it was on that thing that's a beer dispenser that doesn't work. There's a big, long
Back part of
silver
the bar.
thing, yeah.
Yeah, I
And it has, you know, the spigots, but it says that it doesn't work.
I don't think they're supposed to have crock pots there anyway.
Well, where would you,
Usually they serve the food in the other room on tables because that's wood and you're putting something hot on top of that wood there. I don't think you're supposed to have crock pots there. That's just the bar.
well, you, in the other room, though, there's displays. I mean, the whole show is going on in the other room. I mean, that's where
We're aware of
Yeah.
there's an issue over there. It's just, where do we stop with the improvements? Because it really needs a huge overhaul. It really does. And,
Yeah, I mean, I think it could use like almost a kitchen in there,
well,
but that's probably,
You know,
not gonna happen.
it's like everything else we do. If we build it, then we gotta feed it,
Right.
Well,
you
and
know, and it's not used often enough. We're not, it's, I don't know how to say it.
I mean, when I've rented it, I've had catering, so it hasn't been an issue for me, because you're right, I just set up tables, the caterer sets the food out.
I've
You
never
know.
had another person come to me and say, we don't have enough electric over there.
Well, I'm not saying there's not enough, but I mean, in order to plug in the amount of things they had, there were cords
That's
running
what I
everywhere.
mean. I think
Yeah.
it's an operational problem, not an electric problem.
well, the issue, and like I said, the mayor and I, we've talked about it at several meetings, is something's gonna have to be done soon. I mean, something's gonna have to be done, but the problem is we gotta rent it out. We gotta rent it out this week, we gotta, and to do any type of renovation, anything like that, you're gonna have to close that place down for maybe a month, 2 months. There's people that's on the books and maybe have a wedding reception or something, so it's one of those things where I think council or somebody needs to make a decision what they want to do with it. If they want to stop renting it out, or if they do want to renovate it, you got to let me know at least probably a year ahead of time. That's just, I'm just throwing it out there. I mean,
To be able to put a date on it, right?
yeah, to put a date on it so I can get a hold of some of these, because there's some people that's, a year and a half away that's got to rent it out. So it would be one of those things where if you do decide to do something with it, I need at least a year to get some of that stuff out of the way, or at least 9 months, I would say. So that's, like I said, we don't have any money in the budget this year for it, so maybe next year.
It's just, Gene, I think your point's well taken. I mean, obviously it needs a makeover. The question that council will have to decide and talk about, and I urge council to go over and take a look at it for yourself. I've been over numerous times, and I'll be quite honest, it may not be the best thing to rent it out, because there is some issues, and but Mark's saying, that his office takes those reservations, and there might be a person that for a year out renting it for their reunion.
Yep.
And stuff, so council's going to have to make a decision on this place. It's been around for a long time, and it's been useful and things, but there's issues.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the answer is.
Yeah, I don't either, but I mean, something like this Vintage Mart looks like it brings a lot of people to town. I don't know if they go anywhere other than straight to Egner Hall and then leave, or whether they come around.
No, it's great that I'm just saying that Agner Hall itself,
Yeah.
a lot of those, like the antique market brings thousands of people, right? They bring them in droves, who knows where everybody goes. I just don't know if Agner Hall is.
Yeah.
I think there's got to be a long, hard look at Agner Hall. If you guys want to do a major renovation, we do a major renovation, but we got to give this guy a date
Yeah.
of when not to schedule things so we can do it.
My understanding.
I urge council to go over and take a look at it for yourself and see what your opinion is.
If I heard right, I believe even for the first Sunday antique thing, they use Egner Hall for the food.
I don't know.
I think that's,
Nobody's ever said what you said.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Every wedding reception we've had there, I think Tony's right. I think they put the food out.
yeah, because they get catering and it just comes all ready.
Well, no, there's a lot of people that don't cater. They'll
No?
do it because, it's less expensive to make the food
Yeah.
yourself. But I've never heard somebody say that, they were, because all the cords or whatever. So
Yeah.
I don't know what the deal is.
And apparently the sink doesn't drain properly either. So I don't know what that problem is, but they were
I never heard that.
trying to wash out
Nobody's
crock
told
pots.
us anything about
Yeah.
it anyway.
The sink doesn't drain, apparently.
Now I know.
Yeah.
I think it has a grease trap underneath that, so it may need cleaned out, if I remember correctly.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know why it would have a grease trap.
Hey, why would it have
They
a
don't
grease
cook.
trap?
I think they put one in there similar to what we have in the fire department. I
Oh, really?
For people dumping stuff down the drain.
Oh, really?
It's a small, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you're probably right. You might be right. Yeah.
I don't know.
So, point well taken.
Okay.
I urge these guys to get over and take a look at it, and
Okay.
then the decision can be made.
All right. Just wanted to bring it to your attention.
Well, I'm glad you did. We wouldn't have known. Thank you. Anybody else? Yes, ma'am.
My neighbor's got 8 grandchildren, and she wants to know why they have to buy their snacks and drinks at the pool when they can't take their own. She said it runs in a lot of money. You've got 8 grandchildren buying drinks and snacks for them and everything.
Um,
I don't know
That's-
anything about it.
That's a good question,
Well,
but
that I know of, they can bring up to a six-pack cooler, I do believe, nothing bigger than a six-pack cooler.
I don't know that.
That's the way it was.
But it has to
I don't
go
know if
under
it's
the
changed.
pavilion, I thought.
Yes,
Yeah.
well, everything has to go in the pavilion.
Yeah.
Not allowed no food out around the pool. The last I knew, that was still the rule, a six-pack.
Her and Rich are there every day. Well, you know, and she said they can't afford them. They
Well-
drinks and all that snacks every day, you know.
I thought I recalled you saying that you couldn't bring drinks in because people were bringing alcohol, hiding it in.
I recall that myself, but I'd have to go back and revisit it myself.
Yeah, so
I'm pretty sure you're still allowed to bring a six-pack in.
Oh.
And they usually have free food there. That food pantry brings in all kinds of food for the kids.
Yes.
There's always something there for the kids to eat.
Where do they hide that?
If we just had somebody that knew the pool manager, that could give us the
Yeah.
information.
Inside track.
I think we'd have somebody that knows something.
I think. Hey, rules change. I don't know if it's been changed, but I thought it was the same still.
I think Gene might be right.
I thought there was I remember hearing it here, like.
We had trouble. We had trouble with alcohol. We did,
And other stuff.
and other stuff. And so we banned it. I believe you're right. I think you're right. It used to be that way.
Yeah.
But I think she's right because why it got banned.
Jim said maybe we could include it in this order.
We'll look at it, Lee. Figure it out.
Don't start, Jim. Anybody else? I don't know
Lee?
how else to answer you, Lee.
Lee, tell her that the food pantry brings food down for the kids, and they're doing it this year too, and it's also got a drink in it.
And we'll look at
And they're
why.
free.
We'll look at why maybe we limited it and see if we can open it back up again. I remember something
Or not.
pretty significant
At the high
happened and we
school or at the
made
middle
a
school,
rule
or is it all of it?
in response to that, so
We're
we can
not
look
allowed
at
to
it
take
again.
drinks and
Now that
stuff.
there's been some time.
Wasn't during COVID by chance, was it?
That's my first thought, but now that I'm thinking about it, last year something pretty
Okay.
significant happened that was kind of a scary incident.
I'm gonna have to get a hearing.
Oh, I remember what happened now.
Yeah, so I think we might have changed the rules in response to that, so we could
You
look
need
at
to
it
go home
again.
and go to bed.
I guess.
Good comment.
Guys, Lenny cannot play golf on a meeting night ever again.
He looks rough.
Anyway, anybody else?
Son, looks nice,
If not,
energized.
No.
I'll entertain a motion to approve the claims.
Mayor, one second.
Oh, yeah.
Could we make a motion to approve all claims besides claim number 1305?
13, what is it?
Attorney fees from 2021? I'd like to have either an executive session or something to have a conversation about it.
Okay, we can do that. All right. Motion on the floor. Second?
I'll second, Mayor.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Motion to approve all payroll reports and checks once properly certified.
So move, Mayor.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Motion to adjourn this meeting.
Lenny?
Motion.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, everybody. Be safe going home.